All right, pre-K, I'm so excited to let you know that all of our caterpillars turned into butterflies. You can see them flying around. We've got 5 of them. And they hatched this weekend, so their wings have had plenty of time to dry. And you can see there's one already at the top. They are ready to leave the net and be set free. But I wanted to give you a good look at them in here before we put them outside. And you can see the purple flower on the bottom. That is their food that I put in there. It's got some sugar water, and they have been eating that this weekend while their while their wings were getting ready. And they have been making lots of noise and fluttering about. But I think it's time to let them go. All right, pre-K, we're ready to let our butterflies go. I've got my helpers here today. Ava and Bryce are here, and then I have my niece Hayes here and my niece Sarah Kate, okay? They came for the girl's birthday, and they want to help let the butterflies out. So Brycey's gonna unzip the nest, the net.
Okay. All right. There y'all go.
There goes one.
There's Bitsy. Come on.
There's another one.
Some of them want to stay home. Come on.
Oh, it flew into the marsh. It's okay. Come on.
There you go.
There's one. You can stick your finger and hand in there and see if it'll come on your hand.
Come here.
Oh, Bryce got one. Look. I think that's Johnny.
Yeah. Come on, Johnny.
There's another one back there.
You want to touch it? Don't touch its wings. You touch its.
Oh, there it goes. All right, Ava's got one too. Aren't they
Ready?
beautiful?
So pretty. Ready? Go. It doesn't want to leave.
Well, just let it'll go. Oh,
Oh,
there
it
went the Bryce.
jumped.
Hayes and Sarah Kate, you want to try?
Sure. They're
Oh,
probably gonna.
Oh, they
It
go
flew
so fast.
away.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
They all went.
All right, beautiful butterflies.
It doesn't want to be held.
We just don't.
All right, here's one of our butterflies that's been going around the yard. He's flying a little bit, but seems to like the grass.
Here.
There he goes. All right, pre-K, I wanted to give you a closer look at the chrysalis that the butterflies came out of. This is what they look like after they eat their way out. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this was the 5th one down here. Remember how he kind of laid at the bottom instead of hanging up? But that's what it looks like after they come out. Good morning, pre-K. Today is Monday, and we have also started the month of May. So we are going to talk about this week farm animals and things that happen on the farm. So I've got a book for you today that has some information in it, and we're going to read through it and see what we can learn about farm animals, okay? So I also hope that you liked watching our butterflies being released. That was so fun watching them go through their life cycle, okay? So our book today is called Life on the Farm, Farm Animals, and I want to show you, it starts off with a table of contents. And if we've talked about this before, but the table of contents shows you what page the information's on. So if I wanted to find out in this book information about horses, I could look here and find the word horses and come over here, and it says on page 12 there's information about horses. So this helps you find what you want to read about more quickly if you wanted to not read the whole book, okay? So I'm going to show you the pictures while I read. Many North American farmers raise animals. Farmers raise animals for meat, milk, eggs, and wool. Farmers sell these products to earn a living. Beef, cattle, sheep, hogs, and chickens supply most of these products. Long ago, American farmers used some kinds of farm animals to do farm work. Working farm animals are not used as much today. Machines and equipment have taken their place in working in the fields. Most modern animal farms raise one kind of animal for sale. A dairy farm raises cattle that give large amounts of milk. A dairy farmer is not likely to raise sheep or hogs too. Farm animals are also called domestic animals or livestock. Farmers have raised domestic animals for thousands of years. Domestic animals are much tamer than their wild cousins. They are used to being around people. The most common farm animals are cattle, horses, sheep, hogs, chickens, and turkeys. A few farmers in North America raise goats, donkeys, rabbits, mules, ducks, geese, and guinea fowl. Farmers raise many breeds of each kind of farm animal. Each breed is a little different than the others. Cattle. Many dairy cattle are raised on small family-owned farms. Most cows on dairy farms are female. Female cows give us milk and cream. Milk and cream can be used to make butter, ice cream, cheese, and yogurt, some of your favorite things. Most beef cattle are raised on big ranches in Florida or the West. Beef cattle are used for meat. Horses. Before cars and trucks, people needed horses. People rode horses from place to place. Draft horses plowed fields and pulled wagons and sleighs. Farmers today raise horses mostly to ride for fun. A few farmers still use draft horses to pull their plow. Draft horses are heavier than riding horses, and they have stronger, thicker legs too. Hogs. Look at this one laying in the mud. Farmers raise hogs for their meat. Bacon and ham are two of the meat products from hogs. Farmers raise hogs in pens, either indoor or outdoors. Pig outdoors like to stay in the mud pools. They also like to poke their snouts into the soil to find food. Hogs eat mostly corn and grain, as most farm animals do. Sheep and goats. Sheep are raised for both meat and wool. Wool is the thick, warm hair that covers the sheep. Mother sheep are called ewes, and their babies are called lambs. They sometimes have twins or triplets. Goats are close cousins of the sheep. Most North American goat farmers raise goats for milk and goat cheese. Young goats are called kids. Poultry. Birds raised on farms are called poultry. The most common kinds of poultry in North America are chickens and turkeys. Turkeys are the biggest farm birds. They sometimes can weigh more than 40 pounds. So that's more than a lot of you weigh. Farmers raise chickens for meat and the eggs they lay. Turkeys, ducks, and geese are raised for meat alone. All right, so here is a rooster on a poultry farm. And then here are some geese. All right, so let's go look at our letter of the week and some vocabulary words. All right, pre-K, we are doing our last letter today. So the last letter in the alphabet is the letter Z. So we have gone through every single letter this year. I am so proud of you for working and learning your letters. So Z is a consonant. It makes the Z, Z, Z sound. So this is Zelda Zebra. Zelda Zebra zips and zooms here at the zoo. Zelda zips and zooms by Zeke and Zoe too. Zelda yells, Zeke, I do like Z. Zeke tells Zelda, I do agree. So Zelda, Zebra, zips, zooms, Zeke, Zoe, all of those begin with the Z sound, okay? So a I've got a few picture cards to show you that begin with the letter Z this week. All right, I have zebra. All right, so that is a zoo animal. Zebra begins with Z. I have zipper, something that you've learned to use this year. Zipper. I have a vegetable called a zucchini. That begins with a Z. And last we have the zoo. Some of you may have gone to the zoo in Jacksonville. That's a place that has lots of animals. Okay, so we've got zoo, zucchini, zebra up here, and zipper. All right, so those are our Z words. Okay, now I want to also show you our vocabulary words that I have this week for our farm animals. Okay, so I'm going to send a copy to your parents on Dojo if you would like to practice writing these words this week. Okay, so I have the word barn because that's found on a farm, cow, cat, hen, dog, farmer, horse, pig, and sheep. Okay, so those are all great words for you to work on. You can practice even drawing the pictures because some of these animals wouldn't be very hard for you to draw. A barn, you could definitely draw that. Okay, so I want you to work on those words this week. Now, I have a couple of farm pictures that I would like to show you today. I'm going to show you some each day, and we're going to talk about them. So the first one I have is a picture of some real cows, okay? And at the top, you'll see that they are milking the cow, okay? Remember we talked about how the girl cows in our book are the ones that they get the milk from. And the milk is what we use to make cheese and ice cream and yogurt and yummy things like that that you like to eat, okay? So there is a calf down here. That is a baby cow, okay? So that is our cow. All right, and then I've got one that you don't see as often. This is a beautiful peacock, okay? And see how when its feathers are all spread out, how beautiful they are? And a baby peacock is called a chick, all right? Isn't it beautiful? And last, I have this one. This is something you may have at your house. I have a cat, but cats can live on farms too because sometimes they especially live out in the barns to try to get mice out of the barns or away from them. But this is a cat. So raise your hand if you have a cat for a pet at home. All right. Now we know about cats. We know they have paws, and sometimes in those paws they have claws that they help protect themselves with. They have whiskers, they have 2 ears and 4 legs, and they've got lots of fur. So these are just a few farm animals. Like I said, we're going to talk about some each day. Peacock, cows, remember the baby one is called a calf, and a baby peacock is called a chick. And then, of course, you know that a baby cat is called a kitten. All right? All right, so I've got a fun book for us to end up with today. It's called Barnyard Banter, and it's by Denise Fleming. Cows in the pasture, moo, moo, moo. Roosters in the barnyard, cock-a-doodle-doo. Hens in the hen house, cluck, cluck, cluck. Pigs in the wallow, muck, muck, muck. Do you hear those rhyming words? Cluck, muck. Kittens in the hayloft, meow, meow, meow. Pigeon in the rafters, coo, coo, coo. Mice in the grain bin, squeak, squeak, squeak. Peacocks in the white He's in the paddock. Hee-haw, haw. Crows in the cornfield. Caw, caw, caw. Crickets in the stone wall. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Frogs in the farm pond. Burp, burp, burp. But where's Goose? Moo, moo, moo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Muck, muck, muck. Meow, meow. Coo, coo. Squeak, squeak. Shriek, shriek. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Caw, caw. Chirp, chirp. Burp, burp. But where's Goose? There's Goose. Honk, honk, honk. All right, Pre-K, I hope you have a wonderful Monday. I will see you tomorrow for day 2 of Farms.